Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking Rules with Jules. That's me. My name is Julia Pontanis and I'm here to help you make your kitchen experience not only easy but also healthy. So this is your recipe of the week and it is going to be short and sweet because I just got back from traveling and I have zero things in my refrigerator because obviously I was out of town. So what I'd like to talk about today is changing our cuisine based on the season. So we are in summertime and it's hot. So some foods aren't necessarily as appealing, nor do you want to make them because they are heat heavy in the kitchen while it's hot. So for example, I wouldn't want a heavy like creamy sauce or a heavy gravy like a pot roast in the summer. That just is way too much fat, way too much going on. But I would really like a nice delicious summer salad with say some blackened salmon or mahi or whatever your fish of choice is. So today we're going to make a quick and easy vinaigrette. And all I did was open up my spice cabinet and pick 3 spices that I wanted to put into my salad dressing. So instead of buying it, I'm going to make it. That way I know there's no added sugar and no added preservatives. So I just happened to pull out Italian seasoning because there's a lot of this and it's great because it already has in it marjoram, rosemary, thyme, savory, oregano, sage, and basil. So I love all of these. This is a very earthy flavor. It'd be great on a spring mix. Of course, onion powder, because that's going to help deepen up that flavor. Garlic powder, need that too. Also going to help make it a little bit more robust. Of course, sea salt, pepper. Actually, I'm going to go with fresh ground pepper. And my base is going to be, my fat, it's going to be this organic olive oil. One of my acids is going to be this balsamic vinegar, which I like, but I kind of overdid it with the balsamic dressings not too long ago. So I'm going to cut it with this leftover lime and lemon that I had sitting in the fridge before they go bad. Now, typically I don't measure, but for the sake of everyone here, I will do that today. So I'm going to just start with my equal parts of fat and acid. So I have here 1/4 of a cup. That's a lot, but it will keep for a week of olive oil. And then I'm going to do quite a 1/4, so I'm only going to fill my 4th cup up about halfway, so technically 1/8 of a cup of the vinegar. Put that over there. I'm not going to whisk anything yet. I'm going to add my Italian seasoning. Again, I'm not going to measure. I do all of this by like sight and taste because I want to tweak it just right. If I had to guess, I'm going to say this is going to be 1/2 teaspoon of the dried stuff, and shaking it is not going to do it for me today. So I'm just going to gently tap it out of there. Same with my onion powder. Probably 1/4 of a teaspoon on that one. 1/2 for whatever dried herb you have, and then 1/4 for the onion and the garlic. So same thing here. Just gonna dump this guy out. Well, that came out in a clump, so we'll just have to let it dissolve. Going to give this a heavy dose of salt. And when I say heavy, I don't mean overpowering. I just mean I'm going to be generous with this. I'm not going to skimp out on the sea salt. So everyone knows most of the time I do between 7 to 10 turns. Here I'm going to go for like 15, so 5 more. Also going to be very generous with this pepper. And now I'm going to add my acid. But I'm going to start with the lemon first and then go with the lime second, because after I whisk this in together, I'm going to need to take a taste test to figure out if it needs a little bit more acid, a little bit more fat, salt, or spices. So here we go. I'm going to give that a good squeeze. Smells nice too. And have my hand towel, that way I'm not running back and forth to the sink. I have my whisk. I have my contents of my bowl, and I'm gonna just give it a whisk. This is the fun part. It smells great, by the way. I'm letting all of these spices and herbs come together. Now when I'm looking at this, this is really thick. So actually I'm almost creating kind of like an emulsification here. I happen to like my salad dressings a little bit on the thicker side so it coats all the vegetables. A little bit goes a long way, but that's my palate. That's completely up to you. But also just by looking at this visually, I can also tell you it's probably gonna need more acid. So let's give it a quick little taste test. I got my chef spoon here. Yep, 100%. Definitely needs more acid. So I'm gonna go in with my lime this time. So you can use lime or lemon. I just like to use whatever I have available. Happens to be lime. Lots of limes. I bought lots of limes. Get this. And actually it also needs a tad bit more salt. Might need more acid after this too. And that's really the fun part. You get to be your own creator here. You get to have your own customized special dressing. You ever have those moments where like, gee, I wish it tasted like this? Well, now you have the opportunity to do that. Let's see, gee, if mine tastes like how I want it to be. And I'm being polite. Most of the time I just dunk my finger in there. Getting better. More salt. And I'm going to go ahead and grab another lemon out of my refrigerator. While I like the lime, they have two different flavor palettes. The lime, in my opinion, is a little bit more sweet. Here I want something a little bit more tart, so I'm going to go grab that other lemon, slice it in half, and add it in to my salad dressing. Lemon sliced in half, smells fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and take my fork and I'm just going to fish the seeds out first. Now if you happen to have some cheesecloth, which is probably a more efficient way of doing this, it's just a piece of muslin cloth you would put over the top and then you would squeeze it and would catch your seeds in your pulp. But I apparently like to do things the more difficult way. Story of my life. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, there's a little seed right there. I'm gonna fish him out of there. And I still missed one. After all of that. Great. That's okay, I'll just fish it out. Now you can do this with any combination of spices that you like. While I was traveling, visiting my sister, I made something similar. I used dried, she had like an orange pepper seasoned salt, so use that with some oregano, lots of lemon, olive oil, and she actually had a balsamic glaze, so it was super thick, and we just cut it with more lemon as the acid. I'll fish that out later. Okay, I keep missing my dish. Give it a bowl. And there we have it. Let's give it one more little taste. And that is pretty stinking good. So the point of this is you don't have to spend money on expensive salad dressings when you can make them all by yourself. You can also play with the vinegar. You can make it with a raspberry vinaigrette. I actually happen to have a fig vinegar in my pantry. A little bit too sweet for my palate right now, but I could have very well used that. You can use apple cider vinegar. You can get really creative with this. I know there are a lot of fancy vinegars these days, and all you really need, if that's your acid, you need your fat, you need your spices, salt and pepper. That's really as easy as it is. You could even substitute out a lemon for, say, if you want to do grapefruit, or you could squeeze some orange in there. The world is your oyster. Or muddle up some berries and then do it. So now you have a blackberry vinaigrette. Pretty simple. More importantly, it will keep in your refrigerator for about a week as long as it's in an airtight container. And you know that it is 100% paleo and sugar-free. So hope you enjoyed. Once again, if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. If not, tell me why. I put out a video every Wednesday for your recipe of the week, where we always do something super quick and simple. You can hit subscribe and hear what's going on all the time. And coming up in the near future are more just tutorial how-to videos with cooking. All right, hope you guys have a really great and safe week, and I'll see you soon.